I think getting the show on our 30th year, doing it just now is brilliant.
I first had the boys on the Late Late Show, they tell me, way back in the 70s, so I'm looking forward to being reunited with them.
I think he'll have done his work, and I'm expecting some interesting questions. I don't think he's going to take us down the normal route, a normal interview. I think Gay will take us down some interesting roads.
For one night only, it's Aslan! Child she bears. This is the soul of her broken lover, searching for the smiles they share. These are the feet of the vanished pilgrim, and in his book of vanished love, is his eyes, you see no surprise. There's no one here like you. Everybody knocks it down. And no one moves like you. Nobody touches like you. Everybody knocks it down. Ooh, and you. Everybody knocks it down. And nobody moves like you. But everybody hits you. Everybody knocks you down. These are the feet of the vanished pilgrim, and searching for a meaning. You stop, you look, you're searching.
Done, my old son. Well done, son. That was... now, that was a performance. Well done. Actually, I didn't mean you, Christy. I meant the audience.
Good, all right.
Well done.
You'd be lost
they're on your side so far. So that's the one. That's the one that started.
That's just the very first one, yeah. It's funny, when we wrote this first, it was kind of... We wrote it first and it was a much faster song and it had a different chorus, so it was a real... These are the hands of a tired man, this is the young man's shroud. These are the eyes of a blood-crazed tiger staring at the maddening crowd.
It won't go away.
And the chorus was crap.
Nothing.
The chorus was crap, so we shelved it.
Yeah.
And the lyrics, we knew the lyrics were good in the verses, but the chorus was desperate, so we slowed the whole thing down. And then I heard that, you know the Annie Lennox song? No one on earth could be like this. And I loved the way she sang and the way she did that thing where she got one note, or one word, and kind of, I'm grown and overblown with bliss. So that's what the chorus, everybody hits you with this feeling. That's how we got the idea for that, and then the whole thing came together.
And is it true that Bono's crowd turned you down?
Yeah, well.
Tell the truth, is it true?
Yeah. This caused a bit of trouble. Well, it did, yeah. We met him in the waterfront.
They said it wasn't up to much.
Yeah, and it's funny because that year, we went ahead and released it ourselves anyway. We released on an independent label, a crowd called Ricus Records, a young Irish label. And they released it, and it became the biggest played single that year in Ireland. So we got nominated. It was us, but U2 had a song out with Clannad, Into the Storm, isn't it?
Once in a Lifetime.
Once in a Lifetime. And I think Christy Moore. So they're the 3 songs nominated for the Hot Press Awards that year. So, you know, we're in the Burlington. So the nominations are Aslan for This Is, U2 for Once in a Lifetime, and Christy Moore. I forget the Christy Moore song, which one it was. So we're sitting there and I said, please, please, I know Bono has millions, but please let us win this. So we won it anyway, so it was a little bit of poetic justice in it. So it was great. But I said it then in an interview, and I went into the papers and this big row going on with us in U2, which never happened. So they sent us down a case of champagne. So seeing that you brought it up again now, you might send down another case of champagne.
Very kind. Okay, let me take you back now to the kitchen and your father and you singing Caruso and Ave Maria and all of that. Yeah. Is that true?
Yeah, my dad, my mother obviously would make the dinners all week for us, and then on the weekends my father would be off work, so he worked in CAE. He was a coach trimmer in CAE and Spa Road in Inchicore. So on Sunday he'd make the dinner, and we used to love his dinner because my ma, God love her, proud of us, she wasn't a great cook, but my dad made lovely dinners. It's roast potatoes, well, you know the way they get roast potatoes and the skin is like skin.
Yeah, don't describe the potatoes, let me hear about the singing, I want to hear about the music.
No, but the potatoes were nicer than the singing. Anyway, so yeah, he used to have on, like he'd put on his Caruso albums, and I'd play Mario Lanza was a big vibe back in the, you know, that time. We played John McCormick, he was a huge fan of John McCormick.
So then your father sang.
He sang all that. He used to sing making the dinner. I was a lovely singer, yeah.
Lovely, yes. Yeah. And then you started singing. Yeah,
so that gave me kind of love for singing. So then I joined the choir in school, you know, and that was the start of it. Not really, no. I was a soprano. I was a boy soprano, you know.
Sing Ave Maria.
Well, can I?
Go on. Just a little, a bar or two, but that's all I need.
Right. Ave Maria, gratia plena, Maria, gratia plena, Maria, gratia plena.
That's enough. Well done. Good boy. Now.
Good man, Christy.
Well done.
I was hoping that wasn't an ornament.
You could have been the lead at the Eucharistic Congress. Billy, tell me about the bel canto guy and Frank Merriman and going to bel canto.
There was what happened was, well, for me personally, was I was losing my voice from constantly gigging with the band, and myself, well, Christy actually found him, a guy called Frank Merriman, the bel canto school of singing. And what he devised was, in the 16th, 17th century...
He didn't devise it in the 16th century, he's not that old.
The monks used to sing in the church, and their voices used to blow, they'd go. So they devised this way of singing, it's the bel canto school of singing. And Frank Merriman basically taught it. And what he did with us was, he knew that we were serious about music. And he had all these women going to him that would have bridge on a Monday, or, you know...
haberdashery on a Tuesday.
Knitting on a Wednesday, and then they'd have their singing lesson on a Thursday, say. But half the time they wouldn't turn up, and they'd have money and they'd pay for the lesson, but they wouldn't turn up for it. So Frank used to let us. He used to give that lesson to us.
Free.
Yeah, free. Because we were. You have to understand, Gay. We were on the dole. We were in the band. You know, we had no money, but we just had a love of music. You know,
but it's extraordinary to me that you both went for these lessons like on a daily basis for years.
Yes, for years. Yeah, Christy's gone 10 years.
No, 12 years.
And what job did you leave to become
I was
the
a
band?
telephone technician.
Telephone technician.
Telegraphs at the time. Yeah.
Yes. And were you good at telephones? You were pretty
Not
good.
really, no.
What job did you surrender?
I was a baker.
A baker.
Right,
Yes.
and I served my time, done 4 years apprenticeship. My grandfather was a baker, my great-grandfather was a baker, but I worked in every bakery in Dublin, but they all closed up when I went into work in them.
Yeah,
like,
I'm not surprised.
went into Mother's Pride in the North Circle, and went, oh no, here's Billy McGuinness, the job is gone in a year. Within a year it was closed. Go to Boland's, oh geez, he's coming here. Boland's had closed, Mother's Pride, Downs, Manor Street, they all closed up, okay. So when the chance came to join Aslan, I dropped the bait. I used to actually bring cakes around to rehearsal.
You came to rehearsal?
I used to come to rehearsal with cakes because they used to rehearse in Alan's garage, and I was working in Downs's at the time.
And were you ever formally invited to join the band?
Yeah. When we done a session for Dave Fanning, I'll never forget it, right? And it was a royalty check came in, and we you know, as I said to you, money was scarce.
195 punts.
Was it 195 pounds? And Christy and the lad said, now Christy doesn't drink, but he says, come on, we'll go up and we'll celebrate. It was our first royalty check. You know, when you go in and do a session on Dave Fanning. And he says, we'll go up to the Boot Inn and we'll celebrate. We went up there and we had a few drinks, and I asked the lads, can I join the band? And they said, yeah, of course, you're in, with a few drinks on it. Well, the rest of them. But when I arrived to rehearsal tomorrow, instead of arriving at 2 o'clock with cakes, I jacked in my job and I was there at 10 o'clock ready to go. What are you doing here? I says, I'm in the band. Do you not remember last night? But it was, you know, I haven't looked back since then, you know.
Back to roots.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, you know, I mean, anybody that grows up in a housing estate anywhere in Ireland, whether it's here, Cork, Waterford, anywhere, would know, you know, they wouldn't have shops, they didn't have an infrastructure when the housing estates were built first. So these vans would come in and they'd sell you a kind of cigarette. We used to get a loose cigarette and a match for 2p, and you know, and stuff like that. They only give you a little bit of the box. You know, they used to need a bit of the box to strike it off.
One cigarette,
yeah,
one match.
Yeah, a loose cigarette and a match, 2p it was. But anyway, so they give you bread and stuff, and you used to pay. You didn't have to pay out front. You'd write it in a book, you know. But the guy Frank that used to come in our van, he was the moral crusader in Finglas, and he used to tell us to go to mass. And you know, when you'd be getting your stuff, you know, you don't forget and go to mass on Sunday. I'll give you this cigarette, but you have to go to mass on Sunday, you know. So when we're doing this album, you know, we were kind of looking back because of our 30-year anniversary. We were looking back and we wanted to kind of, you know, it was just a retrospective album, so we were kind of writing about stuff that happened to us right through our lives. So that's where Frank's Van came from.
Frank's Van, go over and do it. Thank you very much indeed. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, an ode to a travelling shop, which we all recognise. Here it is, Frank's Van.
It's easier to try and change all the things that stay the same. It's harder to become amazed. Now I'm getting older, looking from the other side. Made me realize I was far too young to ever know the way my life was gonna go. And I'm thinking of the time when my life was younger. Now I'm starting to remember all the days when I was younger. The windows open and the smell from the street fills me with memories of when I was a kid. Going to the shops for mother, wouldn't go for any other. Walking on the garden wall, did I ever walk them all? Trying to forget all the things that I remember, trying to make sense of what I did in anger. Everything has changed. Will it be the same for us all? I was always told what there was to believe in. I didn't really know or understand the reason. Everything has changed. Will it stay the same for us all? The sound of Frank's van brings our mothers to the street. No one wants to miss him. He only comes round once a week. Put it in the book till Friday. Frank smiles back, he says that's okay. Don't forget to go to Mass on Sunday. And I'm thinking of the time when my life was younger. Trying to forget all the things that I remember, trying to make sense of what I did in anger. Everything has changed. Will it stay the same for us all? I was always told what there was to believe in. I didn't really know or understand the reason. Everything has changed. Will it stay the same for us all?
I think Christy's just fantastic. Everybody loves him, like a real cult. I mean, Christy is Aslan, really, for me anyway. I think so. I think they're just a very down-to-earth band. The lads are just salt of the earth, basically.
Here's your chance to see legendary Irish rock band Aslan perform live on a concert date of your choice with €3,000 in your pocket. For your chance to win the tickets and the cash, answer this. Complete the title of this Aslan song. Crazy what? Is it town, world or planet? If you know the answer, call 15 15 71 71 15. That's 15 15 71 71 15. or text the word night followed by your answer and name to 57111. That's night to 57111. Further details are on RTE Airtel page 198. You must be over 18 to enter. Lines will close at midday on Friday, August 31st, and the lucky winner will be announced after next week's show, so tune in for that.
He does a very good interview, as if he's speaking to you, even though like he could be miles away, he could be in the States doing the interview, and it's the same when he's on stage. They're amazing.
Welcome back. Welcome back. We're with For One Night Only and Aslan, and we have Christy and Billy here with us. Now, the story of all bands when things go good and people start going off the rails and people start misbehaving. Yes?
Yep. Yes.
Yes, all of you? One
all
of you?
of us.
I was the only one that got caught.
Oh, it was...
Tell us about that, Christy. Yes.
I was honest, you see. They were all kind of dishonest. And there you go. I know.
He just said you didn't drink earlier.
I don't. I wasn't drink. That got me into trouble, Gay.
I see.
No, you see, what happened was, we went to New York for. I mean, you have to understand. Me and Billy one day signed under Labour, right? We were here. We signed under Labour in Gardiner Street at the time, and they didn't get it in post offices back in the day. So we used to go into Gardiner Street, queuing up. We got your Labour, and we went straight from Gardiner Street to Dublin Airport. And then when we went to America. In each state in America, you know, the record company would have a rep, would look after you in New York, and then one would look after you. So we arrived to New York, and I remember the first guy, he bought us Coke, and we'd never, this is our first time to even taste Coke, I think, wasn't it, over there?
What are you asking me for? My mother's sitting there!
Right.
Sorry, Ma!
Anyway, the truth
Don't apologise.
Right, so there's this big bag of Coke that I done on my own. And all the rest all the rest of the band were in bed.
Asleep.
They're all in bed asleep. And they were actually doing, some of them were learning languages. Others were doing, all that sort of thing. Well, I was just in this, and no, seriously. Yeah. So the guy came in, he got us, you can't say, a couple of grams of Coke and a couple of bottles of champagne. And then when we got to Boston, your man said, did so-and-so look after you when you were in New York? I said, your man's a mad. I said, he got us 2 grams of Coke. So man got us 4 grams of Coke. So we copped this. By the time we got to Los Angeles, we were coming in with bags of potatoes full of Coke. Anyway, so when we came back, like the band, you know, some people can drink, can gamble, or can even take some on a recreational level. I couldn't, you know. To me, I had kind of personal stuff that was going on that didn't lend itself to that. So when I came back, I just couldn't really stop. So that's where it went wrong.
And this going wrong and taking this stuff was a cure for the other feeling that you had about what happened to you when you were young and all.
Yeah, all that stuff. You know, I had a lot of sexual abuse. Now, and I explained this before, but you know, the boy, what it's like is, you know, you've got this feeling inside you that's not a nice feeling. So I used to wake up with that every morning. And the first time I took heroin, I just felt, you're home. This is it. You know, I don't like talking about it anymore because it's all been said. But you know, that was it. And then you kind of wake up the next day and you have a choice. Well, will I go with that horrible feeling, or will I? So I said, you kind of tell yourself this lie. If it takes 30 days to get addicted, I'll stop on the 29th day, you know. That's the kind of lie you tell yourself. So that was it. I just went on, then that was it.
How much of this did you know about Billy?
Well, I mean,
the band was very unhappy, I know that.
The band was, I mean, at the end of the day, it led to us breaking up. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? We called Chrissy down, we fired him, yeah. I felt like, you know, the apprentice program, you're fired, you know. But it wasn't, everything we'd worked for was just gone. And I could see, like, we had given up so much, we'd all given up jobs, and our families got to know each other, and it was like, you know, everyone was affected by it. Everyone. It was the lowest point in the 30-year career, and I hope it never happens again, because it was just soul destroying. To see someone that had driven the band, that would used to be up at 5 and 6 in the morning, putting up posters and going out and hassling Dave Fanning in RTE, someone that was driving the band to suddenly having no interest in the band whatsoever. I would hate it to happen to anyone. But you know what, Gay? We got through it. And I think it made the band stronger, in a weird sense, in a weird way, you know, because if it hadn't have happened, I don't think we'd be sitting here talking to you about our 30-year career.
No, we'd be over in Los Angeles beside a swimming pool.
No, do you know?
That's it. And I don't want to dwell on this too much. I know the band were desperately unhappy, as they were entitled to be. Could you talk to him at that stage, or was
no? It was just that's what I mean. It was really
very acrimonious.
It was very low. We used to avoid each other.
Do you know what happened, Gay? What happens and it happens with all bands. There's any young bands out there. Don't let this happen. They had their managers and I had my people, right? So they'd say something. All right, here's, and I'd send a message. What did you say this for? But I'd have to say it to their people, and their people would come back to me and say, well, this. So we never actually spoke to each other, you know. And if we'd actually sat down in a room and battered each other, we'd have sorted it out in a couple of days, you know.
And what were the how were you fired? Who told you you're out?
We were doing the second album, and we were in a studio up in Ringsend, and myself and the drummer drove up, and we walked in, and there was nobody in the studio, and I said to him, I says, is there something on today that I've forgotten about? You know, an interview or something, because the band weren't there. And he said, no. So we rang the office. We had an office in Bachelor's Walk, so I rang the office. And I says, listen, what's the story? And the manager says, the band don't want you anymore, you're fired. I says, put one of them on. And he says, no, they don't want to talk to us, because you hadn't had the bottle to tell me. But so I says, right, tell them to stay there, I'll go over to the office. So I flew up, but when I went over to the office, they left and came to the studio. So I didn't, if I'd seen him driving by in the car, I'd have done a U-turn. But I'll never forget driving down Pearse Street that day, because as Billy said, you know, myself and Joe kind of started the band, and we used to sit outside here, outside RT at 5 o'clock, waiting for DJs going and giving them tapes and stuff. And to see it all, after building it all, getting the record deal and all, and to be driving home down Pearse Street that day and just think, I had to go home to my wife and tell her, listen, it's all over, you know, it was horrible. As Billy said, it was a horrible thing, you know. So, you know.
Okay, this song...
This was when I was in the height of it, yeah.
Yes.
That kind of represents that period.
Kind of represents that period, okay? Yeah. Will you do it for us then?
Absolutely,
And thank you for telling that story. Well done, thank you for telling that story. Okay, here it is, the song that represents one of the darkest periods in the boy's life. I hope you like it.
Drawing faces in a padded room with nothing but echoes of screams. Am I insane? Am I untamed? Is this the answer, or is it a game? Feels like nothing, and it looks like you're nothing at all, and we all go down this time. Has the world forgotten about me? Am I left here to suffer my pain? Call out to mother, 'cause there ain't no other can stop you from crying, crying again this time. Oh, this time. Changing places where you first found love. Now everything's falling apart. Are you alone, too far from home? Are you just mindless, or are you the fool? Feels like nothing, and it looks like you're nothing at all, and we
Yes, I could. Well done. Since you mention her, I know your mother died last October.
That's right.
Talk to me about her in relation to that song.
It was kind of, you know the way you get married, or you have your own kids even, I suppose, and you never get a hug off anybody. I mean, I have grandchildren now, and they probably hug you the same way, you know, but your mother hugs you, and you never get that kind of security again, I don't think, you know. And even, you go home and you have great friends, you get lovely hugs off people, don't get me wrong, but there's just nothing like that kind of feeling, just that security, like it's going to be all right. You know, your ma used to say, it'll be all right when you hurt yourself as a kid. Nothing ever kind of, you never got that comfort again, you know. It was something like that I was looking for, I think.
And did you get that kind of hug from your mother during that bad time?
Yeah, oh, absolutely, yeah.
Did she?
Because when I used to go, especially when I was sick, you know, when I was out there, when you'd go in, you know, she'd hug you, and it was like, she didn't want to let you go, you know. I'll never forget that.
And she understood?
I think so, yeah. So that's why you're saying about not drinking. I never drank, because both my grandfathers literally keeled over in pubs almost, you know, or chronic alcoholics. So alcohol was a big no-no in the house. So I think that's probably why I even went in the direction I went, you know. Yeah. So my mother kind of, I think, had a bit of an understanding of it, you know.
You two have known each other a long, long time, baby. Yep. Do you fight? Do you
batter each other?
Yeah,
batter each other.
we do.
We had a big fight.
We had a fight just before we came on. But tell us, and I know you were in the dressing room behind us, because you asked us the minute we came out of the dressing room, you said, do you fight? And I said yes, and Chrissy said no.
Anyway, we do. See, we get out of the way, you know. I found you know,
Excuse me, let him speak.
Right.
Yeah,
let him
speak. Let me get a word in edgeways here.
Right.
But what happened the last time was, with the whole, you know, the thing, because we didn't say things to each other, the things festered, you know, and things weren't said, and because things were left unsaid, it caused more trouble than it was worth, and now we don't let that happen.
Okay, let's move on. Why exactly now are you doing a song which is by a boy's own song?
No, hold it there.
No, I like you, Gay, you're a nice bloke and all, but you want to snap out of that bus.
What is it you're saying?
It's a Don Mescal song.
Oh,
Don Mescal wrote it, a Limerick singer-songwriter.
Which Boys Own just fell into at
No,
some...
right.
I'll tell you what happened.
Go ahead.
Right.
No, if this is a long story, I don't want to hear it. I couldn't
We're
bear it.
friends with Don, right? So Don had asked us to do this song, right? So he gave us 2 songs, and the record company came to us, listen, will you do one of these songs? So we played the 2 of them. And there was one called Secret Smile and Too Late for Hallelujah. So do you want us to do Secret Smile? So I listened to it, and I said, it's good. I said, it's a bit like the script. I'm not mad about it. I said, give us a listen to the second one. And the second one was for Too Late for Hallelujah. I said, that's the one we should be doing. And they say, no, we want you to do the first one. So I said, no, that's the one. So then when we were doing it, we were changing it. And he said, I said, what's the story with this song? Can we change lyrics and that in it? And he said, no. He said, look, he says, we offered it to Boys On, but he didn't use it. So I assumed from that he didn't record it. But what happened was they recorded it on the album, and they were going to release it as their 3rd single, and then they didn't, you know, because I don't know. So I didn't know. So we released it anyway, and next minute it comes on, one of the lads, our Boys On, couldn't get on Twitter or something like that. Twitter, and then that's when I found out they even recorded. I didn't even know they recorded. And you know, they're lovely guys now, but I tell you, we blew the floor with them there recording.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Boys Own song, which is not a Boys Own song. It's a different song altogether by Don Mescal, and they do it differently anyway, and they're not the Boys Own are not a patch on this, and all of that. Have I said the right thing? I said the right thing, yes. Okay.
What have you got that you can't leave behind? If it fits in a box, was it a waste of time? Do you deserve how cold you feel right now? What have you learned? Did you stop to write it down? You never needed anyone, but you need someone today. You never needed anyone, but you need someone today. When it all breaks down and it all breaks up, and it's too late now, too late for hallelujah. When you burn and fall, too late for hallelujah. How does it taste at your table for one? How do you dance if you never held someone? You never ask for anything, that's exactly what you got. Desperately you try to change, but every skin just feels the same. When it all breaks down and it all breaks up, and it's too late now, too late for hallelujah. When you burn and fall, I used to hear you say, nothing can change your mind.
is going to sound like I'm really old now, but I actually loved the free gig they did in the ILAC Centre. I think it was about 1988. I was about 14 or something, but it was absolutely amazing. But I mean, they're brilliant live all the time.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, just goes to show how long they've been around, they're still really good. You know?
Yeah.
They've grafted for the last, 30 years. So, you know, great band. One of the best bands ever to come out of Dublin. Better than you two.
Yes, here we are. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are for one night only with Aslan. Could we meet the other members of the band, I say? On bass guitar, we have Rodney O'Brien. On drums, we have Alan Downey. Hey. And on lead guitar, we have Joe Joel. Hey. Now, just to clarify for people who might not know you as well as we do, in the midst of all of this years of band and touring and daddy and making music, you had time to settle down and have children.
Yes.
Christy, first of all,
I
yes?
have one daughter, yeah.
One daughter?
Yeah, and two grandson and a granddaughter.
Yes,
as well.
and are they following in the family footsteps
My
of
daughter
music?
is. My daughter's a lovely singer, yeah.
Really?
Kayla, she's over there.
Over there?
Yeah. And
Kayla,
what is she playing?
She sings.
She sings?
She sings, yeah.
Okay,
I've got
Billy?
Jake. Jake is over there as well, and he's playing guitar, believe it or not. It's mad because my dad was actually in the Nevada show band, right? And that's where I obviously got the love for it. You know, just the instruments were lying around the house. He never forced me into playing the guitar, and I'm kind of doing the same with Jake. There's a drum kit there, there's keyboards, there's guitar. If he wants to learn it, I won't force him into it.
Watching you perform tonight, when were you with me, by the way, on the Late Late Show?
1987. And you know what? The album had gone #1, and our families were still saying to us, "You haven't made it. You're not on with Gay. You haven't been on the Late Late Show." Yeah. And we went on in 1987, and your introduction was, "They're mean, they're moody, they're wearing black leather jackets. This is what the kids are listening to, folks. It's Aslan."
Here's another one as well. There was we played, you know, when I had the drug thing, and then when I kind of started, I was in recovery, and we did a show, we did a Late Show, and I did an interview with yourself, and we were talking about it. And we played this gig in Monaghan, and the promoter came up to me after the gig, and he says, "I said I'd never have you in me club, but when Gay said you were off the drugs, I said it's all right, living back in me club now." I swear to God.
There you are, you see yourself. That's it.
That's the power you have, man.
That's it.
So what I was going to say was that watching you performing tonight, I go back to Frank Merriman, who said to you that you sing with every cell in your body, with every bone in your body, and that's what you do.
You have to do that, you know, because you know the way you can't enjoy it when you work as hard as we do, and you're gigging. If you're gigging as much as we do, if you're not totally enjoying it and loving it, it breaks your heart, you know. So you have to get into it. Like
the Irish are no fools, Gay. If we get up there and we don't give 100%, that's it. It's over. And I think that's why we got
You do. Okay, the final song is Crazy World. Okay, but just before, hold on, just before that, because I have a little chore to perform for you, because I was asked to present this to you. Hold on, stay where you are. Anne wants to get a shot.
Did you know?
Anne wants to get a shot. Now, there it is. That is from...
Yes!
That is from your record company, EMI, to celebrate your years in the business and your sustaining power and your still success. And they're joining with you to make a special presentation.
Brilliant.
So it's my pleasure to present it to you.
Thank you very
Don't take
much,
it.
Gay.
Don't take it.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. I'll take care of it. There you go. It's inscribed there.
Thank you.
Go over and do the song. Special presentation to Aslan, and it was lovely to make your acquaintance again, boys, and thank you for a lovely interview and beautiful performances. We're going out on Crazy World. Thank you for joining us. God bless you all. Good night. Here we go. Crazy World.
it's alright. I have fallen down so many times. Don't know why, don't know where, don't care less, it's all the same, yeah. I have traveled through so many towns. Don't know why, don't know where, don't care less, it's all the same, yeah. So how can I protect you in this crazy world? It's alright, yeah, it's alright. Can you hear the sound of nothing? Nothing. Nothing's right, nothing's wrong. Don't care less, it's all the same. Love is blind, love is real. Don't know that love is what you feel. It's alright, yeah, it's alright. So how can I protect you in this crazy world? It's alright. It's alright. And when the talking's over, all the crowd have gone. There's nothing Gonna be the